About 2 years ago, we brought the JMC Vigus on a road trip down to the south coast. Well, we're back at the south coast again. You can see the lush tropical gardens where we're sitting right now. This is the Vigus 5 that was launched a couple of months ago. You can see the very bold face over here, the JMC badge proudly there, and a very unusual fog lights down here with this funny angle over here, but it certainly stands out, and the projection headlights above it. What JMC I think have done is made a very different looking double cab in a world of double cabs that all look the same, at least the front end. You've got 16-inch wheels over here on mag wheels, and you've got a pretty significant running board on the 4x4 versions, but we'll talk more about that just now. You come along to the rear, and let's look now while we're about it, and you'll see there's pretty good space in the back seat of this double cab version, so it's pretty spacious for 4 to 5 adults very comfortably. You come around to the back, you've got a nice rollover bar over here, a pretty significant one, and we've got a tonneau fitted on the rear of our test vehicle from the point of view of carrying luggage. You look in the back over here, it's rated to carry a ton. It's certainly a decent sized space over here. Close up the tailgate, and we confirm again this is the 4-wheel drive version. Rear park distance control beepers over there as well. Obviously, for a pretty big long vehicle, they are useful to have. Let's check it out inside. Driving through Lake Eland Game Reserve, and we're on a very, very mild 4x4 trail. This is really nothing, but certainly fun more than anything else. I've got it in 4 high just for the sake of using 4 high and just for extra safety more than anything else, but the scenery around here is absolutely spectacular. You can see now we're crossing a little river, so let's just show you quickly, and then up through a little uphill stretch over here. I mean, this certainly is not 4x4ing by any means, but it's, as you can see, here comes a Suzuki Ertiga, which is having no problem. But the road is pretty rough, but what really counts is you look around us over here. This is what KZN is really about. Lush green rolling hills, valleys, and all these sort of things. And this Vigus 5, well, couldn't have asked for a better vehicle to do this trip in, that's for sure, because it just goes, that's all. It doesn't worry about anything that we're throwing at it or any terrain we've been driving through. It just says, throw more at me. At the beginning I mentioned that we brought this on a long road trip down to the south coast. You can see average fuel consumption is 8.2 litres per 100, which is already not bad for a vehicle of this sort. We did the trip down on 7.4, and then we've done a full tank of city driving, stop, start. Remember, this is tourist time, and that's the figure now overall. So I'm sure we'll get it back to Joburg, return under 8 litres per 100. You've got electric windows all around, you've got cruise control, you've got, of course, telephone and sound system controls over there, and you've got a fairly small screen over here, but it does give you what you need, your phone, your radio, etc., and then the controls over there, down to a pretty nice air conditioning system that certainly has been effective and worked well. You come down here, the 5-speed manual gearbox, in true bakkie tradition and in double cab tradition. It's not the lightest in the world, but certainly nothing wrong with it. Yes, I've always said I would prefer an automatic, but that's just me. This is, of course, a big change on the new generation version, and you've got the switchable 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. I've done quite a bit of dirt road, etc. during this test in 4 high, and it handles everything very nicely. You throw at it, it handles it very comfortably, very easily. Other than that, you'll notice we do have leather upholstery, which again is a nice feature to have, and I mentioned lots of space. But the thing about the Vigus, of course, and you've got to keep in mind, is besides warranties and service plans that you get as standard, and you get a 3-year service plan on this vehicle, it's the price. And let's start the price on this one at $364,900, brand new. But if you don't need 4x4 and you want 4x2, you can get the exact same vehicle, same ground clearance, minus the running boards, interestingly, for about 320,000 Rand. So certainly there's value for money to be got here. Overall, I can tell you, done now. Oh, nearly 1,500 kilometers in the space of about a week. It certainly has been very comfortable, very smooth. I've had no complaints. The new engine in the Vigus 5 gives you 103 kilowatts and 310 newton meters of torque from the 2-liter diesel. The previous version, there were complaints that it was a little bit underpowered. Well, this one makes up for it and certainly does give you more than adequate power for overtaking for hills and for the open road. Interesting alternative? I use the word alternative. But you're looking for a double cab bucky, your budget is limited, check it out. You can only do yourself a favor. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor. I'll see you next time.